Welcome back to Silver Fox Nation. Come on back, get in the den, let's get comfy. Today, guys and gals, I want to talk to you all about a simple group of add ons that I use every day. So, first, I want to show you guys how to get these add ons if you're not familiar with CurseForge. So, what we're going to do is you're going to go to your web browser and you're going to type in curseforge.com right here. Simple and easy. When you get there, bam, you're going to come to their homepage here. You're going to click Get the CurseForge app. And once you get that CurseForge app, guess what? It's going to look like this. And it's going to pop up and it's going to show you all kinds of games, right? So today is going to be obviously for World of Warcraft, although they do offer many other add ons for many other games. When you click World of Warcraft, you're going to come here and you're going to see a page that looks like this. It is going to have literally a ton of add-ons that are useful for World of Warcraft. So, you're going to be able to look at some of the main ones, and this is just going to keep going down and down and down as there are literally, I'm going to say, thousands of add-ons for World of Warcraft. So, CurseForge offers a really great sort feature type setup. So you can sort from the featured. You can sort from the most popular. So you'll just reshuffle this for you. Very nice and neat. The latest update. So this will show you all of the add-ons that will work currently with the latest update to World of Warcraft. You can search by name, author, main category, game versions, total download. So usually I like to sort by featured or popularity. Okay, popularity is just going to show you some of the ones that all the other WoW gamers out there in Azeroth think are the greatest add-ons. But we all have our favorites. So today I'm going to show you my add-ons. Now these are simply some of the best add-ons that I have found out of all these thousands of add-ons. The ones I'm going to show you are the ones that I can't really live without and I use every day. Also, right here, let me go over this really quick. You can, if you have, say, you have Classic installed and you have Mist of Pandaria Classic or any other version of World of Warcraft, you can choose it right here. So here I have Classic and I have Retail. And you can have add ons for both. But for today's video, I'm going to show you the retail version of the add-ons that I like to use and the ones that I think are just amazing. So we're going to start off right here. All this is alphabetical, as you can see. So the first one is Auctionator. If you're not familiar with Auctionator, this basically, I don't know if they have a gallery for it. Oh, okay, they do. It will show you and organize to you basically the auction house. It will run a scanner for you that shows you what every seller on every server in World of Warcraft is selling items for. So if you're going out to gather leather or ore or mine, anything you're doing. And it will also highlight it in your bag. So we'll look at this picture here. If you have all this stuff in your bag, you can just highlight it. And when you highlight it, it'll show you like this looks like a lesser mana potion. And it'll say lesser mana potion, sell to a vendor, 2 silver, sell on the auction house, 1 gold, or whatever the case may be. So this is a great, phenomenal add-on that will help you in the field know what you're gathering and what it's worth, so you're not wasting your time. It's one I use. It just keeps it simple. So next we're going to move on to Bad Boy Spam Blocker. And basically what Bad Boy Spam Blocker does was bring us up really quick. This is an open source in development, so you can still kind of donate to them if you need to. It has become very popular over time. So this will block and report spamming of gold, hacks, phishing, account trading, anything like that that you don't want. You can also choose to ignore people. You can also, and this is my favorite thing, this helped me so much in 2020, 2024, when the elections were going on and everybody was, President Trump this or, the heck with this candidate or whatever they were saying, right? I could type in Trump and anything else that I didn't want to see anything written about, and I would never see it. I'd see all these other people going, "Shut up about politics," but I never saw any of it because I had filtered out the chat. If you don't like profanity, you can type that in there. If you don't want racial terms or anything that is bad that you don't like, anything about religion, Christianity, whatever, you can type those words in there. And yeah, I know you're gonna have to type some bad words, but it'll weed them out. You'll never see them again. So I highly recommend the spam blocker. Next, we have Bagnon. Now, World of Warcraft actually has a nice update to the UI and the bags and things. But if you're used to this, this kind of keeps your bags all separated for you and has so many things that you can do to set up your bags and help you out with that. So if you don't like the default one, there that is. Now, I used to use better bags, so I left these two things here associated with better bags on here so I can show you how to delete an add-on that you don't want anymore. So I have these two here and I don't need them anymore. So we're just going to right click and you can go down to delete add-on. It's that simple. Right click, delete add-on. Those two are gone. I don't use them and I don't need them. So the next one we're going to do here is Better Blizz Plates. Better Blizz Plates truly is one of the greatest add-ons I have found for the plates in the game. Now there's Plater and there's other ones, but this one's awesome. So we'll show you some of their gallery here and what it does, and just to simply go over this. Basically, you can set it up so when you see people just in the game, you don't have to inspect them to know, like, hey, that's a healer, or they are a hunter, or this is a warrior, or this is a paladin. You just have, there's a fury warrior, there's a protection warrior. Like, you can just see what they are with this add-on. It's pretty amazing. Here's an example of what it does, how it stacks buffs and things for your targets when you're in combat. Let me find another one here that was really good. Okay, so here we have a screen. There's probably looks like a lot going on, but here we can see you and your health and your mana or energy or whatever you have there. You can set this up for in your parties here. Here we see a gal looks like she's raiding. Good luck. I hope it in the pug group. Here we have this is obviously a Mistweaver monk. And you can see what's going on here. It looks like maybe she's PvPing. I can't really tell. Maybe an arena battle. I don't know for sure. I don't PvP much. It's either that or it could look Scarlet-y, like Scarlet Monastery-ish. Something like that. But anyway, this gives you an example of how the bars can look. Everything is extremely crisp, and it pops really well. You can see it great. I cannot emphasize enough compared to the default bullshit add-ons that WoW gives us, what a great improvement this is. This is phenomenal. It really is. Again, nice little look at how you can set up the plates over your targets. And the settings. Man, the settings, you can set this stuff up. Your cast bars, NPCs, your colors, your auras. You can put auras around things. So this is truly a phenomenal add-on. Okay. I can't recommend this one strongly enough. And when you blend better Blizz plates with better font, guys, better font. It takes the in-game font that's kind of not great, and it pops these big, beautiful yellow numbers. Now, that's your choices for it to look like this. There's not a lot of other ones. But it's great. I can't tell you how great your crits and everything look and that big, beautiful type. So I skipped over to better font, but I wanted to talk about it being combined with better Blizzard plates. And here we have better character panel. Better character panel is Simply an add-on that will show you, I'm going to pull up the gallery here, when you look at your character on screen. And face it, we live in a world of eye levels, of of looking at what your eye level is all the time, instrument levels, right? Just looking at all that. Now look, when you click somebody, yourself, you hit the C on the keyboard character, it tells me right here what all, now we're going back to Battle for Azeroth here, but so we got the low eye levels, right? But I can see what every piece is. It's color coded. I know this is legendary. This is a purple. If it's blue, it'll be blue. Okay. Also, it shows me right here both weapons, force multiplier, gale force striking. They are enchanted. I can see right here that this ring is enchanted, and that this ring is enchanted. That the pants have some kind of gem or socket on them that's been filled. And the same here. Let's say when you inspect someone, it will show you what they have. So they're inspecting a warlock here, and the warlock doesn't have any enchants. They don't have anything going on. Their item level is 128. So you can see right there what that is instantly. You can see that their ring is not socketed, and their weapon here is, though. So you can see that they're coming along, right? So it makes it super easy to inspect people and super easy to look at yourself right here. 466 item level. They have not enchanted their head or their cloak. Their staff is, their rings are. You can also see the quality of the enchant. There it is at the, I guess we'll call that gold or bronze. I don't really know, but it seems to be the highest level. So, better character panel, phenomenal. Now moving right along. Blizz Move. Blizz Move simply lets you take all the frames in the game and move them wherever you want. It's very handy. I'm running a big, like almost 50-inch screen, so sometimes I'm looking a little bit far to the left, a little bit far to the right. I can just simply click and drag it right over, no problem. So Blizz Move lets you move everything in the game. It's pretty cool. Bug Grabber. You ever get if you use add-ons a lot, sometimes you'll see that the add-ons are causing an error or a crash or something of that type. This will stop those bugs from popping up on your screen or you getting a lot of error messages. Same thing with Bug Sack. This eases the process of viewing your bugs, and it stacks them neatly for you, I believe, in the chat frame. So that makes it pretty easy. It's just a nice little add-on. Now, I'm going to go over one of these because there's several. These are add-ons that if you run dungeons and raids, you need these guys. This is Deadly Boss Mods. This one is covering the expansion Battle for Azeroth, Cataclysm, Heroes of the Storm. I have them for, this is the core. You need the core. So what this does is this will tell you. Has voice packs for multiple languages. And it will tell you, like, soak boss. Stop casting. If there is a mechanic in the dungeon, it will tell you. It will also show you on screen that this is coming. Important interrupt. Ads. Handle your role. Debuff. Next phase. It will show you everything here that you need to do. And raids can get very confusing, so I cannot emphasize every deadly boss mod, and there's a lot of them. So if we go back over here to browse and you just simply type in DBM or there are several deadly boss mods. You want to download almost every single one of these. If it's absolutely some type of content that you won't use anymore, skip it. But for the most part now, everybody's wondering, why do you have a picture of Asmongold right here? Well, this is just a little voice pack add-on for Deadly Boss Mods. I have downloaded like Project 61 or 61621. This is voice packs for Deadly Boss mods. I have imported some of them. Like sometimes when I down a boss, it'll play like the Pac-Man sound, like do 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 do. You know, it'll do that. You can set those up. That just gives me a little something different in the game after playing WoW for 20 years. Okay. Um, so that's personal preference. You don't have to have that. I just happen to use it. And Asmund Cold, he has a voice pack. It's pretty funny. Some of the things people have recorded. So I just again have that for my own taste in there. Excuse me. Allergies are kicking. So um, very quickly here. Next, details. Details. If you are a raider and you want to be competitive, this will show your name and the DPS that you're doing, and it'll show everybody in the raid. Sometimes you just click up to the top and pull up and expand it. You can go through all the tabs, all the settings, everything that it does. But it will show you everything in a raid, everything that needs to be done. As you can see here, it will show your overall DPS. It is a phenomenal, phenomenal add-on. Okay, and I cannot emphasize enough. If you want to compete, if you want to see if you're top tier or at least good, and if you want to see how to get better, details will show you. Well, I did 1,000,000 damage this last time I went to raid. How do I get to 1.5 million? Right? That's just an example. You know, I'm doing 100 and some million damage in a raid boss, but you know where you are, and you can kind of look up ways to get better. And that's just a guide. It tells you where you stand amongst your peers, how much damage you're doing. Okay? Okay, GTFO. Gonna call it, boys. I'll tell you what it stands for. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of where you're standing. If you're like me and you love to stand in stupid ass shit, this add-on will stop you from doing it because it literally, when there's something that hits the ground or there's something you're standing in, it will go womp, womp, womp. Huge alarm sounds like a school fire alarm, okay? Or firehouse fire alarm. It is annoying, it is loud and obnoxious. Move, get the fuck out of whatever you're standing in. Because raids can look so clustered and so terrible on the ground. All the flashes of light and all this stuff everywhere. Truly, all kidding aside, sometimes it's hard to know where you're at. Get the fuck out, GTFO helps you figure it out, okay? So next we're moving on to handy notes. Handy notes puts things on the map that you might want to know. Uh, this is like an entrance to a dungeon, exits to a dungeon. Handy notes is great to have on your maps. Then we have handy note dungeon, handy notes of Draenor. I have pretty much a lot of the handy notes, the War Within. Get the handy notes that help your game. But when you pull up the default map, it won't look like this. Handy notes does. So I know, by looking at this, there's the skulls, there's things here I might want to kill to get gear. Let's see, there's the comedy troupe, or the play that they have in Dornegal, or just outside Dornegal. So you can see all the things on the map. They're lit up, the boots or the flight pass. Okay, it kind of helps you see things a little bit more if the boot's green. You've got that flight path. There's a raid. Okay, he'll show you the raids and the dungeons. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's a dungeon. Dungeon. See, so you can kind of look at all this stuff and you can just be, oh, okay. I will also show your world quest a little bit more vibrantly. So handy notes, all of the handy notes that you choose to download. I missed Pandaria. There's the treasures in Mist of Pandaria. We were doing the mop remix, so I could go back and get things. There's Dragonflight, Dragon Isles. There's all the War Within. Now here's Leatrix maps. Leatrix maps, I use them a lot as well. And they simply just, on your main map, when you hit M you can see all this. It'll show you more things on the map here. You can change things about the map, and it just adds a little bit of spice to your maps if you choose to have that. Okay. Now we go into, if you're a mountain guy like me and you want to collect maps, here we go. This just, when you bring up your collection tab, your mountain tab, this just shows you more of what you have. You can bring up a pic here. This one looks kind of cool. So you can bring up, you can filter by what you've collected or what you have not collected. You can filter by mounts that only the character you're currently on can use. And you can pick sources, like what expansion they came from. So let's say I go to not collected source Battle for Azeroth. It will show me all the Battle for Azeroth pets I don't have. Very quickly, very conveniently. So then I can pull up Google and type, how do I get the Grove Warden? Or how do I get the Lavender Karok? Or how do I get the Ruby Void Creeper? If I don't have those, and I'm not using all the things is a nice add-on. It does pull a lot of memory. But it will also show you what you don't have and where to get what you don't have. But also up at the top, you have some more tabs up here. One other thing this does that I like a whole lot, let me show you this picture, is when you click on a mount that you have, it will show you when you got it and the rarity of that mount. 3.99. That means that if you have Terragosa's Visage, this person got it on 5/25 of 23. So June was a good month for him, right? 3.99% of all players in World of Warcraft have that mount. So you have a very, very rare mount there. Okay. I think the rule is if it's under like 15%, you've got a pretty rare mount. So this will, let you see all the mounts you don't have, what you've collected, let you set things up. Here's more displays of, family types. You can go into just horses or dinosaurs and dragon hawks and all this stuff. It's very, very, it says enhanced for a reason because they're not kidding. It's a great add-on, a phenomenal add-on. So we're going to go over to Postal. We're almost done here. Postal, this lets you, if you are a guy like me, I've been playing WoW 20 years, man, and I have collected a crap load of mounts, like a crap load of mounts. I'm sorry, a crap load of alts. I'm still stuck on mounts, my bad. I have a crap load of alts. Right now, I think I have 15 or 16 80s and a whole bunch of others that aren't, and that's just my retail collection. And I know there's people out there that have 50 alts. And on 2 accounts, and I've got 100 total characters, and I get it. But to me, still, 15, 20 alts is a lot. And when I use my alts, though, I use them. I play them every week, or 6 or 8 of them will get used this week, and the next week another 6 or 8, right? So my main always comes first, and when he's done, we just go right down the list and keep getting things for people. Okay. Postal remembers all of your alts. So if, like all my people, my name's Matt. So, all my characters start with some form of Matt, like Matthias, or my rogue's Matthias Black, or, there's just a lot of characters there. And so when I type him on the keyboard, I'll see their name and I'll be like, that's who I want to send it to. It's easy to do. I'm hoping to have a gallery here for this. Yes. So it really helps me send stuff to my mail tunes and, just different things very easily. Let's see. This is another DBM. This is the one I was telling you guys about. So now we're going to go Sexy Map. This uses the default mini map in the game and changes it to look like many, many different things. Okay. I find this very useful. Just to create a nice, simple map for your mini map. It lets you size it, increasing the size or lowering the size very well. So I can't brag on this enough. I use a simple wooden square. It's kind of like this with a wooden outline. See how it tells you you're at the gates of Iron Forge? It's just a nice, clean mini map. I don't know why Blizzard's never done that. But until they do, I'm using Sexy Map. And lastly, for me, is Simple Item Level. Um, this is another add-on that will let you see in your bags what an item is, what the level is. See how it says 60, 60, 62, 42, 336. It tells me immediately, and here's the greatest feature of this add-on. See the up arrow right here? It tells me that I must be wearing or using whatever this is. I must be using something less than 306 because this indicates it's an upgrade. It is an upgrade. And also in the character frame, you will see the number right here. He is inspecting people, and the up arrows are here because this is a big upgrade. See, they're wearing 70 gloves. That's a 200. You with me? If the arrow is colored red, you really need that gear. If it is like back over here, was it here? Yeah, where its color is yellow, right here, yellow. If it's yellow, that is a moderate increase. Or I'm sorry, that's a medium increase. If it's green, you could use it if you want to. It's not that big of a difference, okay? So you have color codes. Again, lots of options for appearance and all that here. So you can do a lot with this app, and it is phenomenal. So that's the list of my add-ons. Here, let me leave this up here again. So you can pause now if you want to use what I use. And combined with my user interface. I'm going to do a video about user interfaces later in the week. So look out for that one. And I'll show you the cleanest user interface for my screen and my screen size, which you could just take and adapt to your screen, that I've ever come up with. And I took a long time. I watched some UI videos on YouTube. I looked at things. But I have gone over here. We're going to go back to browse. I have used, let's go popular one more time. I have used a lot of these other add-ons here. I have had the weak auras. I have had big wigs and little wigs. Big wigs is basically deadly boss mods. Big is for the current War Within, and the little is for all the classic stuff. Okay, all the stuff before Dragon Isles, I believe. So I used those for a long time. I just have found deadly boss mods to be a little bit better. Here are some raid tools you can use. Like I said, there's a ton of stuff here I've used a lot. I used to use Plater nameplates. It's solid. Don't have any complaints. I just use other stuff. Here's Bartender if you want to set up your UI differently than Blizzard allows you. Like I said, go to CurseForge, dig around in here, find what you need that makes it better for you. My add-ons, over 20 years of WoW, I have found these the most useful, keyword here, without having so many add-ons that it's just ridiculous. Like, I have seen so many people have so many add-ons in World of Warcraft that their user interface is like, what is going on? Like, it doesn't look anything like my game. You're pulling tons of memory. Some of us don't have, $5,000 PCs that we're gaming on. I am fortunate enough to have a decent one that I do pretty well with. I just bought it last year, so I can run, a lot of stuff without problems. But yeah, I found these to be the most useful. All right, listen up. Silverfox Nation, this has been my time. I'm going to hop out. I'm going to end the video. But listen, before we go, please like and subscribe down below. If you're not a channel member, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. And if you don't feel like doing that, if you just pop me a like, I surely would appreciate it. I know this video has been long. I'm sorry, but I wanted to detail add-ons, show you how to get them. Also, one thing I probably didn't cover is how to download them So let me do that really quickly. Um, you just click the download button. It's not it's not hard. If you pick one out that you want, you just click install, and this will automatically find your game folders, and put it right where it needs to go if you have the CurseForge app. All right, guys, remember, like and subscribe, and become a member of the Silver Fox Den. That's right. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.